Thursday morning, had a pretty good night's sleep last night. Had to find a stealth spot to camp in. Ended up pitching both of our tents on a questionable slope, and yes, we kept sliding to one side in the tent last night. But it was by a water source, which made that very convenient. Had to do a little bushwhacking to get through back on the trail this morning to avoid going through a big old field. Scheduled for 13 and a half miles or so today. Looking forward to rolling along here for this first section before we start climbing again. It was a beautiful night last night, low 50s. Fantastic to be out here, just as peaceful and quiet as it can be. Saw 2 hikers yesterday. Stopped at the Clyde Smith shelter to get water and to have lunch. Water was about, well, it was 120 feet down. I reckon the distance wasn't that important. Still have a good bit of climbing left in today. Having a little bit of lunch, sitting down taking a break before we head up the big climbs. We are at elevation 4670. Still climbing. The views are not very open. However, we have some balls up ahead that we'll get to enjoy the views. We are at Little Rock Knob Vista, elevation 4823. Gorgeous views out there.
tools you carry with you? Obviously your loppers.
I've got bigger loppers. I've got my little Corona saw, but we also have a saw that's called a katana boy. It's a silky, it's about that long. You can do some pretty major work with that baby.
I'll bet.
And then this is called a rogue hoe. Next tool up would probably be a Pulaski, kind of a firefighting tool, but we use it to build trail. Then a Cuttermatic, then a Pickmatic. And if you're really crazy, you can do a McLeod, which is another firefighting tool with a big steel thing. I call it the tool of ignorance.
It'll be pretty tough to operate that, huh?
And last but not least, if you're really into it, you can carry a rock bar, which is about this long. They have a big one and a smaller one, but
boy, just a solid steel.
Solid
for
steel.
Prying and breaking, I guess.
All these rock steps and everything you see, somebody had to move those, and they did it with a Pickmatic and a rock bar.
Okay.
I've seen guys move that looks like the size of a small Volkswagen. Just keep inching it along.
How about that? So what did you do for a living before you started, or obviously were you retired?
Yeah, I worked for the post office.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I needed a lot of decompression time after that. Right. So the trail's been
super.
Yeah.
So when you sign up for to maintain a trail, does that have to go through the ATC or just a local hike club, or how does that work?
Well, no, it goes through, in case it's a Tennessee Eastman hiking and canoeing club.
Yeah.
From Spivey to the Virginia line.
Okay.
It's all volunteer. South of us is Carolina Mountain Club.
We're climbing up Roan Mountain. We're presently at 4,800 feet. We're going to 6,200 where the shelter is. And we just went through I'll guess about an hour's worth of rain. Decided to put on my rain jacket after I got my shirt soaked. It rained pretty good for a little while, so pants got soaked, boots got soaked, trail was running with water. But I just stopped and took the jacket back off. Kind of like a sauna with that thing on. Climbing this hard. We're at Ash Gap, elevation 5330. Beautiful camp area. G